Okay,
Wonder where she
here we
got
go. Answers from last night. Chapter 2-3, practice A, 8 through 16, all. Number 8 is -1. Number 9 is -2. Number 10 is 3. 11 is 4 11. 12 is -1/5. 13 is 1. 14 is -4/5. 15 is 0. And 16 is 17/5. Did everybody do okay?
Do you want to write this on?
Yep, put it in there. Yep, put it on your thing. It's already graded. I need to record it.
Wait, how is it?
Are we good? Denver, are we good?
No shit.
Yep, you don't have to just put it in your bin or in your binder.
Binder or binder?
Binder? What did I say?
It's binder.
No Justin today, huh?
The Denver is very bad this year. He goes on the bad side during chemistry class. Oh, God, kids, it was
Walking on the dark side, Denver.
he was kind of creeping me out a little bit because he's like, I'm going to comb all your hair and put it in ponytail.
No, it wasn't me, that was the other kid.
Then one kid, and the family goes, I'm going to defy you all.
Right. Okay, slope is equal to m, which is rise over run. That is our graphical definition. Our algebraic definition is that m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Correct? Everybody knows what I'm talking about here. Yes? Okay, excellent. Because now, today what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a point, or 2 points, and we're going to have a quick review of find it algebraically. So step 1, what do I do?
Label.
Label. So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Next step, what do I do? Write the formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? Step 3, what do I do? Plug and chug. So this is 14 minus -6, -5 minus 3. Do we see any double negatives there? Yes, and what do those become? Positive, so now I'm going to have 20 over -8, and does that make me happy? No, what do I have to do? I have to reduce, so what's 20 over -8?
4, oh, no. Yeah.
5 over -2. Do we all understand how to find the slope algebraically? We're all good. Excellent. Because today, I took all this information straight out of your book. I captured this and put it into Smartboard for you. That's exactly what slope-intercept form says in definition-wise in your book. So where's that? Slope-intercept form of the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is your y-intercept. Now, I'm very picky about the y-intercept because the y-intercept is a point. And since it is a point, it must use the correct notation. Mind your way. Okay. If the y-intercept is a point, so therefore that point is 0b. It must always be a point. It has an x-coordinate and has a y-coordinate. Do we all understand that? The x-coordinate will always be 0. Always will be 0. Okay? Any questions on what I just said? You ready to go? Excellent. Okay, the next thing, concepts. We already talked about this.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
You gonna get mad to play basketball? Hey, no, I heard a story.
Okay, now this right here. You don't have to write this down because you know what? We already wrote this down. Do you know why you already wrote this down?
Easy.
That's my lovely little picture that I gave you yesterday. Right? Positive, negative, 0, undefined. And that's exactly what I just gave you up there, right? So I connected them all and made the nice little mountain out of it. Do we all understand that and see it? Yes or no? We good to go? Excellent. So you know you already have this in your notes, but it's something you have to make sure you remember, okay? So today, now, what I want you to do is find the equation of line given this information. The equation that you are always going to go back to is y equals mx plus b. So you're immediately going to write this down every time I'm asking for an equation, because that is an equation. It has a y in it, an equal sign, and an x in it. Okay, the equal sign makes sure that it tells you it's an equation. Now, what is m? My m is slope, which is 5. What am I given with this y-intercept? My y-intercept, they tell me, is the point 0, 3. This is graphical. But I need to translate that into a value that I can use in my formula. So 0, 3 is actually the same thing as 0b, right? Do we understand that? So what does b equal here? So this tells me that b is 3. I needed m and I needed b, don't I? So now that I have m and I have b, what can I do? Y equals m is 5, b is 3. Done. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Yes?
That's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do. I have my equation. You have my equation.
Solve over to this.
Now, here's the kicker though. I want you to graph that. So how do I graph that? If I'm graphing y is equal to 5x plus 3, what can I pull out of there, folks?
The 5.
I can pull out the 5, which is my slope. And what does that mean graphically? To the front only, Raven. Okay. Yep. My slope is 5, so it's got over 1, which means I'm rising up 5 units. And then what direction am I going? Yep. To the right 1 unit because it's positive, right? Do we see that? Okay, so the next thing is what's my b value? My b value is 3. That's what I need algebraically, but what do I need graphically? Graphically, I need a point, which is the y-intercept. So how do I put this in 0b, which is going to be 0, 3, which is my y-intercept? Do we see that? b is 3, so I plug it into the point 0b, and that means I'm graphing the y-intercept 0, 3. Do we all understand that, yes or no?
So the y-intercept that they give you is basically the same thing you're going to use when you graph it.
Exactly, because now I'm going to go to the point 0, 3, which is right here. And if I want more points, what am I going to do from the point 0, 3? I'm going to go up 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to go to the right 1 unit. Do I have a point? Do I have 2 points there? Can I make a line? But let's say I wanted more points on the line. Can I do that? If I go up 5, I'm off my graph. So what can I do now? I can go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the left. Because I already know that what my line is going to look like. I already know it has a positive slope. So I can do this over and over again. And now that I have my nice little line, there is my line. Do we see that, yes or no? Make sense? Okay, let's do it all over again.
I'm writing down what you just did.
Excellent. Find the equation of the line with the slope of 0 and a y-intercept of 0 and negative 5. So whenever it says find an equation, what do I write down? Y equals mx plus b. Okay? And what's my slope?
0.
And I'm given my y-intercept, which is the point 0, -5, which is actually what? 0b, right? So what does that imply b is?
-5.
That implies that b equals -5. So now that I have my slope and my b, I can do what? Plug and chug. So this is going to be y is equal to 0x minus 5. Do I need that 0x there? Nope, I don't need that, so I just have y is equal to -5. Right? We good? Okay, so now what if I want to graph that? If I want to graph y is equal to -5,
What need you to do?
go back and think about this. My slope is what? What does a line look like that has a slope of 0?
Straight.
Look at your picture up here. Which line has a slope of 0? It's the one you build the house on, right? So it's a horizontal line. So all you have to do here is find your b value, which is -5, and that's going to give you 0b, which gives you your y-intercept of 0, -5. So here I'm going to start at 0, -5, should be right there, and I know my slope is 0, and I know according to this that all lines that have a slope of 0 are horizontal lines, which means I can simply do that and I'm done. Does that make sense?
When you add the point for a horizontal line, you don't have to add any more points at all.
No, but if you wanted to, you could, because your slope would be what? Your slope would be 0/1, which means you're going to go up 0 units and to the right 1. So I went up 0 to the right 1, up 0 to the right 1, up 0 to the right 1. You see all those points?
Yeah.
Do you need them here for school? You need to put 1 in school. Okay. No. Okay, do we see that? Yes? Okay.
How do you know when there's a vertical line?
How do you know when it's a vertical line? Well, what's the slope on a vertical line?
It's got to be undefined.
It's undefined. So we're going to do one like that. Maybe. Let's do one like that. My slope is undefined, and I have the point 0, 2, 3. If I have the point 2, 3. Okay? My slope is undefined, and I go through the point 2, 3. Is 2, 3 a y-intercept?
Wouldn't that be X and B?
No, because you only have in the x and b. B is only goes with 0. Okay? I could have this 0, 4. Okay? So if my slope is undefined, that means I'm a vertical line, but where am I a vertical line at? There's the point 0, 4. Where am I a vertical line at? What does it mean to be undefined? Where's 0 at if your slope's undefined? Is it in the top or the bottom? Top or bottom? Where is 0 if your slope is undefined?
Where?
It's on the bottom. Remember, 0 in the denominator is bad. I can have any number up here, and this was my example yesterday. If I'm centered here in the middle, I'm going to go up however many units I want, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not running. I go up as many units as I want, I'm not running, which means I'm a vertical line. So on this case, I'm actually a vertical line, and I'm actually the y-axis there. Okay? That's a very tricky one, and it's one we'll have to go over more later, but I'm not worried about that right at this moment. Okay, what is the equation of each line if the slope is 1/5 and the y-intercept is 0, -3? want the equations. What do I do? So what's my y-intercept? 0, -3. So what's b? -3. So now my equation is y is equal to 1/5 x minus 3. Do we see that? Okay, how do I graph that?
What?
My slope is 1/5.
Oh, I put.
Okay, how do I graph this? I'm going to graph the point 0, -3. Puts me there. And what am I going to do? My slope is 1/5, so I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 5. Up 1 to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 1 to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we see the line? Are we good? Okay. What is the equation of the graph? How do I find the equation? This time I'm giving you the graph, and how do I find the equation? Still got to do rise or run, so I'm going to start from my lowest point. Here's my lowest point. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So my rise is 3. What's my run? 1. But which direction did I go?
Left is negative.
To the left, so therefore my slope is -3. And I also know it's negative because of my whole picture too, don't I? Okay, so now I know my slope. What's my b value? What's this point? Where does it cross the y-axis? It crosses the y-axis at 0, 4, so that tells me that b is 4. Do we see that? B is equal to the point 0b, which is 0, -0, 4, so that tells me that my b value is 4. So now I have my b value, and I have my slope, so what's my equation? Y is equal to -3x plus 4. Should we do it one more time? Okay. What do we got to find? Do I have a y-intercept? What's my y-intercept? That's my y-intercept. So I know that my y-intercept is the point 0, -3, which tells me that's 0b, which tells me that b is what? -3. If you understand right away and can tell me that b is -3, do you have to write all that? No. Now, I have to find my slope. So my slope is going to be rise over run. So from the lowest point, I'm going to rise 1 unit. And then I'm going to go to the left 2. So going to the left means it's negative. So now I have my slope. Yes? So what's my equation? The y stays, the n is -1/2 x. And what's b? -3. There's your equation. Do we understand? Okay, tonight for homework, you guys owe me only the front. You only the front page, okay?
I didn't have 2 pages. That's great.
Okay, and at this time, I'm going to grade your guys' notebooks so you guys can have them back. Okay? Homework. Chapter 2-3, worksheet 1, front only.
Is that what you put on that?
That's what you put on your purple sheet. Chapter 2-3, worksheet 1, front only.